Hey there, I'm Rita Ricks, and I want to welcome you to Spirit Mastermind. Can you believe that we are quickly moving towards the end of 2020? And I'm sure, like you, have so many thoughts about this year. And right now, this is the season for us to reflect. I mean, there's been so much sickness and death. We've been away from our family, our friends, and our favorite activities. The good part, though, is that we've had more time with immediate family, the ability to really see what we're made of. We've had to learn new skills. We've had to incorporate new habits. And this is our Spirit Mastermind conversation for today. And I'm asking you right now to stay tuned to the end of this session. Stay till the end, because I have some exciting news that you are not going to want to miss. But first, how are you? Seriously, how are you? I know I ask this often, but I want to know how you're doing. And if you feel led, I ask that you contact me at speaktoyourspirit.com for a listening ear. I simply want to hear you. Now, let's breathe. I want you to sit down. I want you to put your feet flat on the floor, hands resting comfortably on your thighs. And I want you to close your eyes. Just close your eyes and relax. Let your shoulders droop, because we keep my shoulders stay up around my ears always. And I want you to begin to breathe slowly in through your nose and slowly out through your mouth. Take your time. Just breathe slowly in and then slowly out. And as you're breathing in, I want you to see love and light just flowing through your body. And as you breathe out, whatever is toxic to you right now, breathe it out. Let it go. Let it go into the atmosphere. Breathe in slowly the love and the light. And release through your breathing out whatever is toxic. Just let it go. Right now, it's living rent-free in your head. Whatever that toxicity is, let it go. Let it go. And just feel the breath come in, because that's life. And feel the breath go out. Now slowly come back to me. So my plan is that you are going to hear this before Thanksgiving. And I can only imagine the conversations that you all are having, because I'm having the same conversations. I've got a granddaughter that's coming back from school. So if she takes the test before she comes home, but then she rides with somebody else, what have we done? You know, I have friends. One dear friend of mine lost her husband since COVID, but she's going to stay at home. And I'm sad for her. What about significant others? People in your life that you just started dating just before COVID started. How's that going? All I know is that we are missing so many hugs. That's what I miss most of all, the hugs. And then when we think about moving forward, so hopefully this is going to air before Thanksgiving, but when we think, what's the next thing? The next big thing, of course, is Christmas. And that's going to look different. The shopping is going to be different. The sharing is going to be different. What gifts are you going to have to buy? The question is, how can you manage everything? You must decide right now to end this year right. You've got to decide in your head, the ending of this year is going to work. It's going to work for everybody, those that I love. Because let me tell you, you get what you expect. And if you are already saying, oh, this is going to be the worst holiday ever, it will be. But when you decide that this is going to be good in spite of everything, then you will get what you expect. And so I am excited for you, because I know that you're already deciding. that it's going to be right. So let's talk about your gifts and how they can help you to achieve not only your peace, but the peace that you can share with others. And so I'm talking about gifts, Gifts. And so the G is about being grateful. And I would like you to write down 3 things that you are grateful for right now. Just write them down. Just write them down. 3 things that you are grateful for. Because there's always more to be grateful for than to be sad about. Trust me. Because this is an exercise that I want you to begin to incorporate daily in your life. So probably for most of you, you say you're grateful for family, you're grateful for your home, you're grateful for your job, you're grateful for your health. All that's good. And if I had time, I would ask you to give me 3 more things. So you'd have to go deeper. And so you'd start to think, not on the surface, you'd go a little bit deeper. And if I had more time, I'd ask you even to give me 3 more. Because that's where we start to get down to the spirit. That's where we are so grateful for life. That is what we're so grateful for air, for the air that we breathe. That's being grateful. Again, not to dismiss family and home, but I want you to really think about the fact that you are still here. In the midst of all that's going on, you're still here. So you've been given another chance today. So I want you to begin to write in your journal first, before you get out of bed, before you grab your phone. Write in your journal 3 things you're grateful about. And if you want to write 6 or 10 or 9, it's okay. Just begin to live in a spirit of being grateful rather than in a spirit of being sad. You can absolutely think about the grateful. The sad is just going to make you sadder. Why choose that? Choose being grateful. In spite of the challenges, there is still good. Because as I said, you are here. I just ask that you go deeper every day. Every day you choose 3 things that are different from what you chose yesterday. And it will work to immediately bring you alive. So the G is about being grateful. The I is about being intentional. You have to be intentional with your life. Otherwise, it'll be all over the place. So think about being intentional with your time. Those things that you really don't want to do, stop doing them. Those people that you really don't want to be around, don't be around them. It's your time. And I read somewhere that time is like a coin. If you don't spend it, somebody else will. And then you're mad because you allowed them to spend it. So be intentional about your time. Be intentional about what you do with your time. Be intentional about your health, because our immune systems need to be as strong as they can possibly be to fight this COVID. So what are you eating? Does your menu for the day, does your plate show color? So you've got green and you've got red and you've got yellow. Try different veggies and fruits that you've not tried before. They will help to cleanse you to get some of those toxins out of your body. Your health is that important. And you need to be walking anyway, at least 15 minutes a day. And if you walk somewhere for 15 minutes and then you come back for 15 minutes, that is 30 minutes. And that's all you need. Be intentional also with your words and your thoughts. As I said, if you decide that the end of this year is going to be great, it is. If you decide that it's not, if you've already decided that it's not, because you can't do this or because you can't do that, that's on you. You have the choice of how you want this end of the year to be for you. So the G is about being grateful. The I is about being intentional. The F in gifts is about fearing less. We were not given the spirit of fear. So I want you to be cautious, be careful, be mindful. But don't be afraid. Because that's worry you can't do anything about. You can only control you. That's why I said eat the fruits, eat the veggies, do the exercise. That's what you can do. Not be afraid of COVID. Take care of you. And you're stronger than COVID when you take care of you. And so not fearing less, as I said, is knowing that you don't have the spirit of fear, being cautious, careful, and mindful, and then just continue to determine what's best for you and yours. Not what's being said out here, what's best for you and yours. You have to wear a mask. You have to wash your hands. And you have to social distance. And I've heard so many times, and I love this, those people that we can't share with this year, we can celebrate next year. But if we spend time with them this year, they may not be here next year. This is common sense. So the T is about living in today. Today is all we have. And I expect every day for this to be my best day. And it typically is. So you have to make it your best. You have to live in it. You have to own it. You have to cherish it just today. Because this is what we have, is today. I can't do anything about yesterday. So there's no sense in my worrying about it. I just need to do better today. Tomorrow isn't promised. So I'm going to leave that till tomorrow. And I am going to focus on today. I'm going to be intentional about today. I'm going to be grateful about today. I'm not going to fear in today. I'm going to live in today. And my mantra that I created, years and years and years ago is, what I do today forms my tomorrow. So I've got today to make it happen, and I'm using it. And then finally, the S in gifts is about listening to the silence. In the silence is when you get to spend time with your Creator. Practicing silence slows your rhythm so that you can appreciate all the good that's in your life. There's so much good. When you're silent, when you spend time in silence, you become more intentional because you're more connected. You're more connected. And that's what I want for you, to be connected to your spirit. Remember, this is Spirit Mastermind. This is real stuff to nourish your spirit, to give you the excitement and the energy and the life and the joy that you are seeking. Spending time in the silence, that's okay. Spending time in the silence allows you to realize that you are not alone, so that you fear less. And spending time in the silence also allows you to focus only on today. And it is in the silence that your challenges are worked out. So take 10 or 15 minutes to just pay attention to being quiet. Don't worry about not hearing things. Just sit. Just sit. Practicing your gifts daily. Make them a part of your daily rhythm. And this is how you nurture your spirit. This is how you feel life, by practicing the gifts that you have. They're inside of you. They take a minute to do. Be grateful. Be intentional. Fear less. Live in today. And most importantly, take time to be silent. Again, this is how you nurture your spirit and feel alive. Now, I promised you in the beginning of this I was going to share some exciting news with you. And here it is. We are offering the Burn Vision virtually this year. It is our Burn Vision event that we've done every year. This is probably year 9. So what I want you to do is to save December 30th, 5 o'clock on your calendar right now. Just make a note, 5 o'clock, December 30th. We are going to have some really cool things to make this a fun virtual event. And for those of you who are not familiar with this whole Burn Vision idea, that's what it is, Burn Vision, not Burn Virtual. Burn Vision. We're going to do it virtually. It is where we burn whatever it is we don't want to take into the new year. And then we create a vision of what we want to see in 2021. So we're getting rid of the old and we are creating the new. And this year we've added something new. We are including what we're calling Vision 2, which is an accountability session to make sure that you have the tools you need to manifest your vision. We've never done that before. Usually when we finish with the vision, we don't talk again. But we're not doing that this year coming up. We're going to hold on to you. We're going to hold you accountable for what you said on December 30th that you want to do for 2021. That date for the accountability session is January 13th. Hold these 2 dates, December 30th at 5 o'clock and January 13th. All of this will be on my website by the end of the week because really my web person is trying to keep up with us because we are rolling and we want you guys to as well. This is our final broadcast of 2020. However, you can find all of our broadcasts on Rita Rick's YouTube. I just ask that you subscribe so that we can stay in touch. And you can go to my website, which is speaktoyourspirit.com, to see all that we have planned. And I promise you, 2021 is going to be a really sharp year. We're already working with my team. We're already working together to just make this even more awesome than it has ever been, to provide what you need so that you can be the very best that you can be. I pray a healthy and healing holiday to you and yours. And I am Rita, speaking to your spirit. Hey, thanks for joining us. I'm so glad you had a great time. Listen, I want us to stay in contact. So follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, Speak to Your Spirit, subscribe to us on YouTube. Don't be selfish. Share all of our information with others. And we will see you again really soon. Thanks a lot.